At Iodor's castle, Jairus then asked Iodor, "What are you gonna do about this now? We just turned Jestela to our enemy." Iodor didn't utter a single word, he just kept quiet. Jairus then said, "Had you not been hung up on keeping her alive instead of eliminating her, we wouldn't be in this mess. With Kayden, we've got even more enemies." Iodor then told her not to worry about Kayden, he can kill Kayden himself. Jairus then told him to wake up. Kayden has already defeated 2 top 10 rankers, he's also basically a top 10 ranker. Her words annoyed Iodor, as he then asked if she was citing Kayden. Jairus then said, "You still can't think right when it comes to Jestela. Now that things between you and Jestela are done for, get back to your senses. Stop letting your emotions mess things up. Nothing I say now will get to you, I'll get going." As Jairus walks away, she then thought to herself, the other top 10 rankers were the same, they thought they could easily eliminate Kayden, but I didn't think that way. She then remembered the day she met Kayden. On a snowy mountain, 3 top 10 rankers were gathered, Jairus, Greg and Mayoru. Then Kayden appeared right before them, they all thought he would run away immediately. But Kayden fought the 3 of them at the same time. Greg unleashed his powers and went straight for Kayden. As Kayden was ready for the attack, Mayoru and Jairus restrained him, leaving him defenseless against Greg's attack. At that moment the 3 of them all attacked Kayden at the same time. They all thought they've taken him down. To Greg's surprise, Kayden was alive. At that moment Kayden unleashed a powerful attack in all directions, pushing back Greg and blasting off one of Mayoru's leg. That was the moment Jairus realized Kayden was a monster. She clenched her fist as she thought, "We should have done everything to kill him back then." Iodor, who was still standing, was just angry as he remembered Kayden and Jestela. "You seem to be in a bad mood." As he looked over, it was his disciple Theon. She then said, "Master, how have you been?" Iodor then said, "Same as always, it seems you've brought result," as he sits on his throne. She then said, "Thank you, speaking of which, I heard something on my way here." Iodor immediately tells her it nothing she needs to worry about. She then said she had an idea if Iodor doesn't mind hearing her out. Iodor then tells her to go ahead. She then said, "Given the situation, you can't take Kayden out, so how about taking his disciple out?" "Kayden disciple?" Iodor asked. She then delightfully continued, "Yes, his disciple recently challenged the disciples of the top 10 rankers, I'll use that as an excuse to kill him." Iodor then tells her not to worry, since killing the disciple won't lift his mood. He then said, "Stop worrying about this, you must be tired from solitary training, so go and rest." She immediately obliged. At Jiwoo house, Kayden in his car from was doing one-arm pull-ups, and so was Pluton. Everyone else were just relaxing. Blues was massaging Cartine, while Jestela and May were feeding the cats. Jiwoo then brought tea for the ladies. Kayden then asked Jestela if she had recovered. She then said, "Yes, I feel much better now." Cartine then said, "You didn't know Iodor and Jairus joined forces?" Jestela then said she only found out recently. Cartine then said, "Things are getting strange, until now only 3 frame members had joined forces, but now, Jairus and Iodor, Greg and Mayoru. They tried to get Jestela to join them, and when she refused they tried to trap her. Which means, except Kayden, Jestela and Veramund, all the other top 10 has joined forces." Cartine then asked Kayden what's he going to do about it. Kayden nonchalantly then said it's none of his business. Everyone were not too surprised by his response. Jestela, who was closely watching him do his cute pull-ups, she then began to be drawn to him. Kayden then noticed something. As he turns back, it was Jestela touching his ear. She was startled by his reaction. She then said there was something stuck in his ear. Kayden believed her words. Jiwoo then came closer and whispered to Jestela, "When you see him you just want to touch him, don't you?" "Honestly, I've always wanted to touch his ears and head, but I haven't, cause he'll get angry." Kayden could feel both of them gazing right behind him. At Iodor's castle, Miss Jestela rejected Master's final proposal, "Huh?" asked Theon. The servant replied yes. She then said, "After all that Master did for her, how could she betray him?"